Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host Wally, and today we are on the Texas Hill Country Trail in New Braunfels, taking a look at the Sophienburg Museum, which is on a hill in New Braunfels. It used to be the site of a fort that was established by Prince Karl of Sams Braunfels, who named the place after his hometown over in Germany. But this was one of the two main German settlements in Texas, the other one being Fredericksburg, not far away, and they both have a history together because um, Mr. Prince Karl of Sams Braunfels was trying to head to the Fredericksburg area. That's where he was originally determined to go, but he decided it was too hot and too many Comanche raids, and he decided, you know what, I like these Landis Springs, or Comal Springs, that are here, and the infrastructure that has existed for 1,000 years with the springs and water and all of that, and there's plenty of trees and hills. This will be a perfect place for us. So we decided to start New Braunfels there in the area, and the Sophienburg Museum is built in honor of that history of German immigration to Texas. You come here, you can see a lot of the artifacts that they would use back then, and it gives you a bit of the history behind the whole community. The place is set up like a little village with streets, and you get to see different aspects of it, such as bakeries, butcheries, doctor places, dentist places. Get to learn about their music. I always love it when music is spelled with a K. It just makes it feel old world. And I love those accordions, and polka music's always been dear to my heart. So I'm glad the Germans came. I'm proud as polka, because without polka music, there wouldn't be any Tejano music. And without Tejano music, there would not be any Selinas. Anyways, this is a pretty cool museum. It gives you a lot of history. I always thought it was more like documents and record keeping. So I'm glad I stopped by and gave it a shot, and I got to learn a lot more about the German community that lives here in Texas. I did know that he named the museum, I think, after his wife, if I'm not mistaken. And he tried his best. He was actually a really interesting fellow, this Prince Karl of Sams Braunfels. He was a military leader who kept leaving his post to go do his own thing, and he kept being court-martialed. Uh, so if you read up on his history, you can definitely see what a peculiar, colorful man he was, especially for somebody back then. There's like scandal and everything like that, but he was still nobility, and he was like, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want. So there's definitely things we can learn from him. Like I said, this place is set up to look like a village, and it's pretty awesome. I like looking at old artifacts and reading about things. And it also has its tribute to the people who used to live there before the Germans settled there. You know, Comal Springs has been a place that has been settled by the Native Americans. And after that, the Spanish realized, like, hey, this whole setup of roads and everything is already established. And they used that to base their Camino Real de los Tejas, which went from Mexico City all the way to Natchitoches. I think that's how you pronounce it, over in Louisiana. So right after San Antonio, they would head up here to the Comal Springs, get some water, cross the Guadalupe, and then head up into through San Marcos, over to Austin, and sort of start veering east from there into the piney woods and finally into Louisiana. But all that was set up before. Then the Germans came and they added their own culture to it. And I like their gift shop. It's got a lot of German folk craft and a lot of Christmas ornaments. So this is the place to go get your Christmas ornaments. It also has a research library, which is probably cool for a lot of you. And then outside, you can go outside and read all the historical markers. They've got a place where they have like auditoriums and stuff. And then you get to find out about Hermann Seal, who was the first German teacher in the area. He started teaching below a tree. People would get there, they'd learn. It was a one-man, teaches all grades. So he's pretty important here. He's the one that started the first German school. And this is a library named after his wife. So definitely come check out the history here, especially the German history. You'll love it. So Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.